Today we discussed the mirror command. The mirror command is found within the Modify panel under the Home tab. Its icon is two back-to-back triangles. Let your icon rest, let your mouse rest on the icon, the command icon, and I'm given the dialog box. This is the mirror command, and it will create a mirrored copy of any object I select. Now, if you look at the example they've given here, the visual example, looks like a ping pong paddle. Now, what you're seeing here is they have drawn half of the ping pong paddle. That's the white image with black lines. And what they're mirroring, this dotted line here means that it is down the middle of the object, indicates that it's symmetrical. So what's happening here is they're showcasing that when it's mirrored, one side will look exactly like the other. Alright, so let's do an example here. I'll go to my line commands. I'm just going to draw a little, ultimately I want a whole box, maybe a whole rectangle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click here, anywhere. I'm going to go 3 this way. It's inches, by the way, 3 inches down and 3 inches back this way, and escape. So this would be, if I completed it, it'd be a square, but I want a rectangle that's exactly double this square's length. So what I'm going to do here is there's a few ways to activate the mirror command. One is the same as always, click the command icon. Another is if I type the word mirror, you see it's right there. Now if I simply type in MI, you see how the result changed a little bit, but it still activates the mirror command. Now again, if I want to ensure that that's the correct mirror version, or the correct mirror command I saw within the Modify panel, I just rest my mouse there and I see it is exactly the same. Let's see a different one. You see, mirror 3D, a little different. We're mirroring three-dimensional objects, so I definitely don't want that one. So I want the first one here. Click it, and again, read with everything we discuss, read your command bar. Your command bar always prompts you with what to do. Select objects. Well, I want to select the objects I wish to mirror. So I want to, you're going to left click all of the objects you wish to mirror. I will hit enter after I've selected all the objects, and then I'm prompted with something new in the command bar. Specify first point of mirror line. So this is interesting, so you definitely want to pay attention to this. Above here I've drawn 3 sides of a square, but I told you I want a rectangle, meaning that I need these 3 lines to touch the new mirrored 3 lines. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to touch the endpoint of one of the lines as my first mirrored point. I've clicked it, and now the command bar prompts me with specify a second point of a mirrored line. I'm going to go straight down. So this dotted line here is what my blue highlighted 3 lines are mirroring across. So that's what this means. So when I click this last endpoint on my left click, we're not done. My command bar prompted me with something else. Erase source objects. So here I gotta think, Well, my goal was to draw a rectangle. And I only wanted to I only wanted to do half the work. So here I now on the screen have a whole rectangle. So I do not want to get rid of the original 3 lines, which are in this case they're my source objects. So I'm going to say no. There it is. Now let's back it up. I'm going to Control Z this. I'm going to click mirror. I'm going to highlight my 3 lines again. I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm back to the specify first point of mirror line. Now here's what happens if you do not touch the endpoint. Really, your mirrored line could exist anywhere, wherever you want it to be. So what if I just click randomly? Here is my first point, my second point over here. So again, this goes back to your geometric transformations. So right here, the shape is being mirrored across this horizontal line. If I come down vertically, it's being now mirrored across this vertical line. And notice it's going to, my mirrored line is so many inches away from my selected object that the mirrored version will be equally distanced away from my mirrored line. Now watch as I just move it around the object. These are all the mirrored versions that could exist. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can kind of get the full picture here. Because this is ultimately just a coordinate plane. Now what I've done here is I've just clicked it, I've specified my second point. Now here's what happens if you wish to get rid of your original or source objects. Yes, I want to erase them. Well, it simply does just that. It gets rid of it. So just on your screen, practice the exact same thing. I'm going to Control Z it here. Undo everything. Simply draw a line that measures 3 inches. 3 inches. And 3 inches. So draw 3 by 3 by 3 and practice mirroring it to create the entire new rectangular shape by only drawing half the shape. So it's a nice little shortcut. Practice that and then practice any other shapes you wish to draw.